Okay, this is another video for school. I'm doing a close read of page 102 of the Penelopiad. And to set it up, they're in the underworld. Penelope and one of her former suitors have just run into each other. His name is Antonius. And she asked him, why were you after me? Why were you my suitor? And at first he said, oh, I love you. You know, you were so beautiful. And then that's where this picks up, right here. She said, no, I prefer straightforward answers. She wants the real reason. And to start with, I underlined this right here because it's ironic, definitely, because after he says all this, she kind of wishes she didn't ask for the truth, just because of what he's saying is so vulgar. And it's also definitely juxtaposition, because right as that is placed, like literally right here, it starts to become vulgar, as I said, and gross. So there's definitely that juxtaposition right there, the contrast side by side of just from the side of, oh, I love you, to the other side of the spectrum of, oh, we were just after your money and everything. And two concepts that I kind of found that were still relevant today were rich and famous. So most people, all people, our lives are money-based. And then some people still are after rich, famous widows and such things like that. And then we have down here young and beautiful, which that concept of beauty equals youth. That's still the same as today. So I found that interesting. And then here, the darkness conceals much. I highlighted that because that was kind of the shift or turning point, because from there on down, Antonius gets even more vulgar, more trashy and raunchy with what he's saying. How he's like, really, we didn't even want you, we just wanted your money, we were kind of hoping you'd die. So it's really just rude and disgusting, which again is the irony of how she wanted the honest truth and then wished she hadn't asked. But even though this is one of the more shocking paragraphs in the book, as in most post-1945 novels, it contributes to the message of the suitor, how nasty they were. I mean, they were young, drunken men in that time period of the society. They were those drunken, young, aristocratic suitors. And after reading this, you somewhat don't have empathy for the fact that Odysseus killed them, just because you're disgusted. You're disgusted at how trashy and nasty they are. And that's saying that about the men of the time period like that. They were just, money, wanted to always just eat their hunks of meat and drink and all that, and look at women. And at points, sometimes, kind of to relate it to today also, but I should finish saying, but that was definitely the point of this, was saying that about the men of the time period and their suitors. That was definitely the purpose of this. But at points I realized, relating it to today, that men are still like this sometimes. Not so much the money, but some still are after the rich widows for their money. But mostly, like I'm thinking at bars, when they're drinking, they become a lot like this, a lot like these raunchy suitors. And really not much has changed for humans. And I found it funny that when it comes down to it, it's still the same. They're still after the young, beautiful girls, and they kind of talk similar to this, with their little guy talk. They talk kind of just like this. So I thought that was funny, saying that men, when you get them into their element, they're still like this. And women can be too, but in this case we're just focusing on men. So that was the close read for Penelopiad. And as you said, Miss Ayres, the violence, the sex, and the language. This paragraph has definitely got it. Alright, and that is it. Bye-bye.